everyone, good morning. In the previous video, I have provided an overview of the topic which is about online prostitution. So, in this video, I would like to give you all the complete information about online prostitution. Okay, now I will start from the definition. Before I explain the definition of online prostitution, do you know what is online prostitution? Yes, online prostitution is an act of having sex with another person using a transaction in which the transaction process can be carried out using electronic media. So, this online prostitution is an act that is definitely prohibited by law or religion. They have free sex in exchange for so much money. Even with the promise of money, the perpetrator's health cannot be guaranteed, right? Obviously, because they did the deed with not just one or two people, but many people. This online prostitution utilizes electronic media to carry out transactions between the two parties. The transaction can be in the form of an agreement and also money. We know that an action must have a cause. Likewise with online prostitution. There must be something that causes people to go into online prostitution. So, what are the causes of this online prostitution? Let's discuss them one by one. Online prostitution occurs due to three factors. The first one is economic. The situation is less or poor, which makes them have the ambition to make a lot of money by doing everything they can, and one of them is doing online prostitution. A state of excess wherein this state, they are confused about spending their money, so they choose this online prostitution to fulfill their desires. The second factor is educational. The low educational factor has resulted in many school students becoming victims of prostitution and the occurrence of criminal acts of trafficking in persons. And the last factor is social environmental. The social environment in which we are in a very big influence for online prostitutes, direct influence such as in daily interactions with other people, with our families, our friends, school friends, colleagues at work, and so on. Meanwhile, indirectly through radio and television, by reading books and magazines, newspapers, and in various other ways. Are you curious that when was the first time this online prostitution occurred? Yes, online prostitutes peddle themselves through cyberspace. Online prostitution has been rife in America since the 1990s. And in Indonesia, prostitution has existed since ancient times but has only been on the rise and exposed by the media since 2013. At the beginning of its emergence, online prostitution in Indonesia developed in closed forums, so that not everyone can access it. Social media members must register in advance to become a member. You even have to go through permission if you want to be friends with each other. And where does the information about online prostitution usually spread? This online prostitution usually uses electronic media to carry out communication and also transactions, so that the media that is most influential in disseminating information about online prostitution is through electronic media. Information about online prostitution is widely spread through social media, which provides space for prostitutes to sell themselves openly, starting from Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, Instagram, and etc. Online prostitution cannot work if there are only prostitutes. Certainly need people as contact and also people who will buy or rent. So, who are the people dealing with online prostitution? Do any of you know the term or nickname for people who run online prostitution? Surely, one of those you have heard is pimps. Is that true? Yes, pimp is one of them. And what else? Okay, now I will tell you one by one about the people who dealing with online prostitution. The first one is pimp. Pimp acts as a liaison between the two parties and will get a commission from the acceptance of prostitutes, the percentage of which is divided by agreement. Pimps are usually very dominant in managing these relationships because many CSWs owe them. The second one is commercial sex workers or CSW. CSW is someone who sells his service to have sexual relation for money or is called a prostitute. There are various kinds of prostitutes in the online world, some directly without pimps offering themselves and some who actually take advantage of other parties. In this case, pimps. The third one is other parties. This is the difference between prostitution that generally exists and prostitution through online media. There are other parties who indirectly support this immoral practice. These parties are the parties who provide the media used by CSW to promote themselves. The last one is the tenants of CSW. Of all the parties that have been mentioned, this tenant is the point of how these online prostitution transactions can occur. Although, of course, other parties also provide encouragement for the practice of prostitution. However, this tenant is the target of website owners or online prostitution forums to hire prostitutes from him. Now, I will give you the example of online prostitution that have occurred in Indonesia. The first one is junior high school students become pimps in Surabaya, East Java. This is surprising because of what? A junior high school student who is still 15 years old has become a pimp, and what's worse is that his own older sister is being used as a prostitute. The background of this case is the poor economic condition of the students' families and also the lack of attention given by parents. This is what causes this junior high school student to be determined to do online prostitution without thinking about the consequence he will get. The second example is online prostitution carried out by junior and senior high school students in Medan. Junior and senior high school students perform online prostitution in exchange for 300,000 rupiah, which will be used to buy mobile phones. The pimps took advantage of their difficulties to carry out their business. With the lure of money, the students are determined to sell their bodies to men. This is very regrettable because they are still students and they should go to school and study. But by doing something like this, their future will be lost because the satisfying action is only for a moment. Okay, from the two examples of online prostitution, we know that mass PIMS target people among students who still have usable thoughts and are easily fooled. The PIMS also take advantage of the victims' financial condition and promise them a lot of pay so that they are attracted to become commercial sex workers. Things like this happen a lot among students and even happen in Indonesia. Various efforts are needed to prevent this online prostitution. Would any of you want to name an attempt to prevent this online prostitution? Efforts to prevent online prostitution among students can be carried out using two approaches. Namely, that the closest person to the student is their family, and can also be done in schools where both students study after their homes. The first one is family. Efforts to prevent online prostitution through a family approach, such as creating effective relationships between parents and children, give them full of care and love, asking for professional help when experiencing a family crisis, providing parenting education and support from the school. The second one is school. Efforts to prevent online prostitution through a school approach. Because information can spread via the internet, schools can provide outreach to students about the dangers of the internet and social media if not used properly. In addition, efforts that can be made by schools are to provide understanding to students about sex education and also to provide moral learning to students. Okay everyone, that's the explanation from me. See you again in the next video. Thank you.